We'll have some people come in, and we are live. Well, I'm glad it went through. I was concerned. Oh, well, happy Wednesday night, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good, staying dry. I think our rain showers just left here in North Carolina, and tonight we got a guest on the show with us, Mr. Chad Fields. Thank you for
Hello.
coming in, Chad.
You're very welcome, sir.
God bless you. God bless your families, and God bless America. And we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal and endowed by their creators with certain unalienable rights. And among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And Chad, I meant to say something to you a minute ago. I
Uh-oh.
heard something last night at a meeting, commissioner's meeting, that I've never heard before. And it was a prelude to saying the Pledge of Allegiance. Never heard it, and it's like not a promise to the flag, but something. And I can't remember what that guy called it, but he described the thread used in the flag, the colors, the stripes, the stars, everything. It was beautiful. And as soon as I can figure out what it is and I want to memorize it, I want to read it to y'all because it was amazing. It was just it brought chills to me to listen to that. Now this guy was a veteran, a Vietnam veteran that went over this, and it just kind of blowed my mind. I'd never heard that before, the way it was described and the flag and all. It was just amazing.
Huh. I don't think I've ever heard that either.
I hadn't either. It was just a prelude to the night to our. I said it a minute ago. You know the thing.
Whatever you say, James, I'm right here with you, buddy.
That out loud. All right, Chad, let's give some shout outs right quick. I see Mr.
Right.
Abbott. He's got first, and then the Squirrel, Real Gals, Mike Urban, the Angraholics. It's so hard for me to say that, I guess, because I'm used to saying the other word for but the Angraholics. Kevin B. Angers. What's up, Kevin? There's Brian B's in the house with us tonight. There's Richard. There's Kevin Palmettos. Nick Nolte. I guess that's how you would say his last name. Kevin Baker with Nuts Bolts Fishing. There's Mark. There's J.R. Warskyle. Got to give you a call, my friend, about this tonight. So hopefully you'll catch on what we're going to do. Well, so far, I think that's everybody we caught up right now. They'll start piling in here in a minute, hopefully.
Well,
I don't put up a real far ahead announcement of the show. No more. That's me.
Did you freeze? Okay. I was like, did I freeze or you freeze?
Yeah, it starts freezing on you, but it's actually my Hawaiian fisherman. Hot dang.
We'll make it through here.
We're gonna try to make it
whenever you freeze, I'll act like we're both frozen.
So
got your back.
We're gonna let you go ahead and talk about this right quick in case this thing goes down. I'm having to do it from the house, guys and gals, and you know when I'm down here, especially if I'm on my computer, we struggle with the signal. So, Chad, no further ado, take it away.
All right, brother. Well, last week, obviously, James, you told everybody that, with everything that's going on right now, you felt the need to, save some people some money and some various other things. You decided to go ahead and cancel the American Heroes tournament this year.
Yeah.
And I know how much that tournament means to you because of what it represents and what it does for Camp Centurion.
Yes, sir.
We were speaking before, and I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I'd never served in the military, but I have a lot of ties throughout my family that have served throughout. Right, my dad's a Marine. He served in Vietnam. I know, and I hear stories from him of what he went through there, and when he returned. Yeah. Both of my grandfathers were in the military. My uncles, I've got a cousin that served in the Gulf War. So I feel the same way you do when it comes to veterans.
Yes.
And I did not want, you to have to kind of skip a beat, as you will. I actually was reached out to by a gentleman from your area who Camp Centurion is in the same county as where they reside. And if you see the thumbnail that I already went ahead and put the placer in there for the event on April 16th, the Carolina transmission. So if you are in that neck of the woods and need some repair done or checked up, go check them out, because
he's in Gaffney, South Carolina, everybody. He's down in Gaffney, South Carolina, which is probably about 30, 45 minutes from me south on 85.
Yeah. So he reached out to me right after your show, because I told you guys, me and D, we're still coming, right?
Right.
And he was asking if we wanted to do just some like fun fishing together and stuff like that. So I said, absolutely, that sounds good. And we started talking on the phone, and obviously everybody knows the couples tournament and the winter blues we do for different charities and stuff like that.
Right.
And I threw out the idea with him that we could always do something charitable like that, where we throw up the PayPal. If there's donations that people feel that maybe they was planning on coming, they wanted to be a part of it, they can't make the trip because they were going to have to cancel or whatever, maybe they throw $5 or $10 at that, or whatever they feel in their heart, right? Other people watching may want to donate as well. We will have the link to my PayPal and the direct link to Camp Centurion, because obviously you can go straight to Camp Centurion. You don't have to send it to my PayPal,
right,
and do a donation to them. But whatever we raise with the PayPal, 100%, just like the other tournaments, will be donated straight to Camp Centurion when we're done. So it's not really a tournament. We're not going to do the tournament like James was going to do, where I was going to win the overall with the two biggest fish, because D caught them both. But I guarantee you, when I net D's biggest fish, I will be bragging about it. So, but at the end of the day, though, I know you're going to try to do bigger and better next year, good Lord willing, and everything aligns. But I felt like this was a way to help out you and Camp Centurion, and we'll figure out some plans in the next few weeks of who might jump on there, right? So right now, I figure if we had myself and 8 other groups of people, we can jump on and give everybody a live fishing event and maybe raise a little bit of funds for the Camp Centurion folk.
Well, I appreciate it. I got to talk with a veteran today. I stopped and got gas. Lord help, that's another 100. It was like a boat, break out another 100.
Yeah, no doubt.
But he gave me some contacts that we might be able to start getting some of this electrical work done. That's where we at right now, is electrical and plumbing. And it's because all the contractors that was going to put it in, we've got all the stuff to do it. We just need contractors to do it. It has to be a licensed contractor to do it. So he put me in touch with some people that's actually a union of electrical people. It's called International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, and a lot of veterans work for them. So he put me in contact with them. I give the number over to Bud, and he was going to call and talk to them. And they might be some people that's going to donate their time that's certified that can come over and get this stuff done. That's
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pay attention to you, but I will be honest with you that Richard's keeping it real. His comment there just kind of took my focus away, and now we're looking at a low country boil on him. So
that'd be fun.
Yeah. I'll have to get in touch with Richard somehow. I need to get his number from you.
All right, I'll get it to you. We get off here, I'll send it to you. Yeah, he's good. He's a good old boy. We got some more people. Hillbilly Moonshiners, Real Time Catfish, and Richard, of course, come in. There's Ken Kennemer, good guy. He's a veteran too. We got, there's Larry Neal. He's a local to me. Good guy. He bought a set of floats, but we've got quite a few veterans that's in our chat, though, Chad.
Yeah.
Also.
Well, one of my buddies he's actually coming down with us to stay, and he's looking to, forward to fishing and stuff. My buddy Big Bill's veteran catfish. He literally lives 5 minutes from me. He's been my best friend since I was 17 years old. But he's making the trip down there, and we're going to have some fun together. Him and his boy, and he is a veteran, obviously, but army vet. So
there you go.
Yeah,
that's been my whole day.
Woo!
There he is, Big Bill's veteran catfishing. Billy Martin, David Martin's in the house. David said he'll be down Friday to hang out. Chad.
Yep. I've been in conversations with Mr. David Martin the last couple of days, and actually the thumbnail. I actually reached out to him because I was looking through Facebook. I was on Lake Wiley Catfishers, their page, and some other Lake Whalers, and I was like, I just couldn't find the picture I liked, and I found one that I kind of liked. And I was going to reach out to the guy, and right below it was David Martin. I was like, done. Let me reach out to David, and David just starts shooting me all these photos. I was like, that's the one. We'll use that.
Justin Fishing Fetish and Fat Boy Eric's in the house. Dale Hayslip's in the house. Appreciate everybody coming in tonight, guys and gals. And if you don't mind, share this up. Hit the thumbs up if you don't mind. And Chad, I think I figured out what's up with the live. I mean the money part of my channel. Went on there, everything's check monetized, but it made me update something on the monetization. And I went through and everything, all my videos are monetized, but I had to go through on all my lives and remonetize every freaking one of them individually. But I don't know. Let me see. And I can't see it on my side. Everybody is supposedly let me put a membership thing up. I don't have a clue if it's up. Do you
I don't see anything on here yet? No.
Okay. And it ain't even letting me monetize then. So I don't know what it is.
I am the wrong person to ask about being monetized, obviously. So
well, there's a mutual buddy, Freddie's in the house, and George Cunningham. What's up, Mr. Cunningham? That's a good guy. Jeff Baker. I say find out how many.
Okay.
That might be something that has to take place at the landing, maybe. I don't know.
I mean,
I'll talk with Junior tomorrow, and I'll give him your number too.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, we can do some fun different stuff down there, but like you're talking about monetization stuff, and that's why I like doing the other tournaments on my channel that I wasn't monetized. So it wasn't about super chats, and none of it went to YouTube. They didn't take their
I'm gonna throw this kind of big thing.
I'm just kidding. But you didn't take out the 30-something% YouTube fees or their part, and then you got to think taxes and stuff like that. Right. The way I do it, whatever the donations come into the PayPal, 100% goes back. I don't take anything out of it. So there's always the audit trail right there that will show, nothing was ever kept. So
right. Oh well, yeah, and I mean I trust that there's Mr. Creole's in the house with us tonight. I totally trust you and D with this. I really do. And I know what comes in, y'all will send out. There was never a question on that.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I always like to throw it out there because I think it was the second tournament I did. There was a comment. Actually, it might have been the very first one. There was a comment that somebody had put in chat. So I always made it a point after every tournament we've done. I post, the results, and if anybody wants to look at my PayPal, I would show them to them. So I would never ever want somebody to think that otherwise.
Right.
That's not why we do it.
And most of the people, and I'm gonna say most, that we deal with in chats and stuff like that, I think.
I just drooled all over myself. Oh, he'll come back here in a minute.
Picking thing. I'm sorry, Chad.
You're fine. It's internet.
This is driving me crazy.
All good, my friend.
Yeah, it's but yeah, I trust y'all wholeheartedly, and I mean, I think everybody we done built up enough friendships and enough confidence in people. I don't think that would happen. And if somebody comes on there making accusations, you know what, Chad? We ain't got to do anything. Our people will take care of that mess.
Absolutely. But no, I think you're right. I think, people have, they know. I think most people know, and that's the other thing. If at least this one here, it's for a dedicated. Everything else that we've done has been pick your own charity as long as it's valid, and we'll donate to it. This one, if you don't want to do the PayPal, guess what? Camp Centurion has their own page and a donation link. You don't have to donate a penny to my PayPal. Donate to Camp Centurion, but just in case, there's a way there.
There you go. There's Mr. Twisted's in the house tonight.
I will do, Richard.
Yeah, Frank, give me a call tomorrow. Give me a call tomorrow. And it ain't about my logo, changing my logo up a little bit. It's something else I want to talk to you about. There's Alan's in the house tonight.
Junior War Scout's going to need his wrench taken away because I'm about to bring a hammer down on that boy. He's still jealous I schooled them last year. I mean, well, D did, but I mean, I was there.
I'm going to tell you, y'all done great on a lake that you had never fished. But, this time, guys and gals, as Chad's going to put this on, guess what? Patriot James and...
Oh, look, he's kissing.
Bad thing about it, I can't beat you to your spot because your boat's faster than mine.
There you go. But hey, come on out and have fun with us.
I do.
Like I said, if we get more than that, 8 or 9 of us that want to be on it, we have more people that are showing up. Yeah. We'll use 2 different channels. We'll use mine and yours or whatever, right, and do the same thing. It gives everybody a lot of bandwidth to watch.
And I'm sure if we need another channel, Lyle will be glad to step in and run it too, and help us with that from his side.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, this ain't really a tournament, but this can be a crap talking get together where we can.
I mean, when is it not? I mean, come on, we're all friends and we're all fishing against each other. We're going to be talking some smack.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. And I mean, there's more people that's welcome. Got down to 26, and that was the reason I called it, even though I knew there would still be a few more of the local guys that would maybe show up, but I was not getting the responses I had last year. So that really already had me concerned before the economy took a dump. But that's okay. Next year, maybe Creole can make it this time next year. And a lot of others that I already knew wasn't going to be able to make it because of children and family obligations at Easter. And I never want to, family comes first in my book, period. And Bud and Camp Centurion totally understands. So don't ever think or feel guilty about not being able to do or come or whatever. That's not what it's all about, guys and gals.
Well, same thing with watching and donating that on the 16th. Don't feel obligated, but definitely come out and hang out and
donate.
Spend some time with us.
Yeah. KMB said, D and Chad fished where he was going to fish till he had engine problems.
Hey, no, I don't. 2 things. One, I don't want to hear it because you could have taken a paddle and beat me to that spot because I was only going like 6 miles an hour in my boat. I had prop problems, but unlike KMB, my boat actually ran. And I seen Junior War Scouts taking credit for me fishing where I did. It was actually Justin that gave me some ideas of what to look for down there. I'm going to give Justin fishing fetish, even though he's over there in Ohio and can't fish worth a lick. He gave me some good pointers on where to fish down there. But I think it was only because he listened to Richard.
And he's fished, he fished him and Gabby fished for a week with Richard. They killed the perch.
Oh God,
And
yeah.
I know, man, that is so much. Did y'all ever get on the perch while y'all was there, Chad?
No, we didn't. From what I remember, Richard saying that they were up lake quite a ways, and we wouldn't have found them.
Well, I'm really surprised. A lot of times when y'all was dragging up the river channel, wasn't you?
Yep.
I'm really surprised. There's Miss D come in the house. You must have woke her up.
I'm pretty
But,
loud.
I'm really, you watch your screen because a lot of times you'll be dragging up through there and all of a sudden you'll see a pile of them perch come underneath your boat. And, the first time I seen them, I thought, what the heck is that? It looked like a bunch of spaghetti on the screen, just arching or whatever freaking word, man. I thought, what in the world?
Yep. The first time I've seen that, we act on my depth finders. We'll see like the balls of shad and stuff around here, but we went down to Bama, a month or two ago, and it was just like that. It was all that big strings of fish and stuff. That's the first time I've seen it on my depth finder like that. It was pretty cool to see.
Crazy looking, ain't it?
Yeah.
Price of fuel, recreational fuel here. Went to the house, grabbed pads. Before I went back, that went over my head. A lot of stuff goes over my head. Yeah, so guys and gals, if you get to come down, YouTubers or not, you don't even have to be YouTubers. Come down and join this and have fun, and meet everybody. Justin said he's going to teach you how to catch perch.
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's fun, man. And I'm going to tell you, you get on a big old pile of them like that, Chad, it's almost as fun as catfishing, especially when you go with sabiki rigs and you drop it down 6 hooks. And
I would imagine like skipjack fishing, man.
Yeah.
That is a blast when you're getting 2 and 3 of them on at a time.
Yeah. That's why a lot of people don't run. They won't run the big 6 hook sabikis. They'll tie like a 2 hook rig. Because sometimes, as fast as you're putting it down, you're loading up the hooks. And you get 6 hooks of them little tiny, sharp as a freaking razor hooks. All it takes is one to flip around and you got 6 hooks buried up in you.
Yep. I'm a fan of no more than 3 anyways, because when one gets, you start getting a knot, I hate trying to untie all those hooks, get the knots out.
Hey, went to go fish with Wampus Cat down at Allison Creek. And of course I had all my rods up in the back of the truck in the camper. I was pulling them out. And of course, the one with the sabiki rig already tied.
How long I can hold this pose? All right, Gabby had a blast catching perch. Let's see. I got the super secret weapon for catching perch. Justin, I'm gonna have to get with you, my friend, because I would love to get on some perch while we're down there. There he is.
There it is. Anyway, climbed up the back of that truck to get that loose, and it popped loose. When it popped, I should have went to the freaking building. But it stuck all 6 hooks. Here I was trying to get out of the back of the truck. One end of the rod hung. The other 6 hooks was in my back. I thought I was going to have to lay there and wait on Wampus Cat to get there to come cut me out of that cotton picking thing. I finally had to take my pocket knife and reach up there and just cut the freaking line off and climb out. And now my jacket that I loved has got 6 holes in it all the way down the back.
I tell you what, I don't know how many with those friggin' sabikis where I, lay the pole a certain way or something, or not be paying attention and pull the tip down too much on the boat, and it'd be in my anchor line, and it would be in my my dip net, trying to get all that out.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. It's fun if you go out there set up just for that. Then you more likely not to hang them up. But if them hooks touch anything, it's going to stick.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's some of the sharp. If we could get catfish hooks, it'd be half as sharp as what them sabiki hooks is. Well, we'd be in business.
Heck yeah.
Drop shot with a minnow is great for perch here. Yep. David gets on them up there on Lake Norman, and also Matthew Anthony. They get on them up there on Lake Norman and catch them big jumbo perch. Junior Roger catches them down there in Science He and Moultrie and the other lakes. He get on some biggies down there too.
Matthew Anthony paid you to cancel it. He was afraid that D and I were going to beat him this year. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna tell you, Matthew's kind of a quiet person, but if that man would ever decide to be serious catfish tournament fisherman, it'd be scary.
Yeah, he's a heck of a fisherman.
Oh yeah, he taught me so much when I first got into it. He's actually, Chad, the first person to ever call me out by recognizing me on YouTube. Me and the wife had been up there on Moss Lake, and we was done loading up, and I was folding everything up, and I heard Patriot from across the parking lot, and it was Matthew. And makes you feel good that somebody recognizes you off here. But he watches. He watched. There he is. Matthew's in the house tonight.
There he is. Hello, Mr. Anthony.
Yep, he watches. You heard Chad. You're gonna have to come down and put a whooping on him, but not on D, just on Chad.
Yeah, you got lucky this year, pal.
But yeah, everybody, please come down and join in on the fun. There's Clearview Outdoors. Didn't see him. Sorry about that. Just got you in here.
Matthew, that was all Chad, not me.
Yep. I told her to beat up on Chad, not Miss D. Hey, Miss D.
Hey.
What show is she going to be on tonight, Chad?
She will be on Dock Tales on LG Bass's channel tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Everybody go check that out, and you can watch Miss D. She's probably going to be yawning, going, "Oh, I'm sleepy." Get you a cup of coffee.
Probably will be. I don't know how much really she got to take a nap earlier. So all I heard was, "I'm going to go take a nap before the show," and I walked in there to see about dinner. About a half hour later, she's in there watching TV and playing games on her phone. I'm like, "How are you taking a nap?"
Yeah. A lot of times you don't really have to go to sleep; just lay down and get your feet kicked up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But Williams, pool noodle is about the best way to do them sabiki rigs. Is wrap them around a pool noodle.
Yep.
Yep. There you go, Freddie. Freddie's giving you. Yeah.
Get out here.
Freddie, you're gonna have to get that mohawk standing up good and tall when you come whoop up on him.
That'd be awesome. But I'm gonna show him who King of the Bake Shop is down there at Wiley.
But yeah, Freddie, because Chad can't grow a mohawk. I can only grow half of one, Chad. When he gets about halfway back, it'll disappear.
Man, I tell you what, I'm surprised Dee married me. I'm so ugly, my hair ran away from my face like I was 18 years old. It just started running.
Panel.
That's right. I think maybe she saw me coming. I was like a beacon of light.
Yeah.
All that shine going on there.
Oh, Junior, they have a rod that they reel into Jamie's cell. What? They have a rod that I don't know. I'm missing.
Oh yeah, I've got one of them. So they make these sabiki rods, and it's basically there's no eyes, and the line at the reel goes down into it, and it comes out the other end. I have one. The only thing I have an 8-footer.
You did a video on that. I
did a video on my other channel, and they're really nice, especially if you're like on a boat behind a dam. Just let them out with a agitator float.
Yeah,
let them go on out. But to cast them, I do not like them to cast. They're too thick all the way through to really get a good cast on them.
Do you have problems with the hook hanging up going into it?
Not really. As long as you use the right length hooks, they usually will fold right up. Or if you do have it, you just reach up, grab it, and it'll go right down in it.
Oh, okay. I've never seen one personally. That one, it looked like it had a kind of a beveled end on it, so the hooks would slide up in.
It literally, them blow dart guns.
Yeah.
it's exactly just a long one of them but it's got a reel seat on it that you can reel them up into. That's basically it in a nutshell.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. So the end of it is like the end that you actually blow the dart out of.
Yep.
I hear you. That's probably what the first one was made out of. Mr. Joe Newman's in the house tonight. Yeah, I look forward to seeing old Squirrel again. Nice guy. I mean, I still can't. Gabby just yelled, "Hi, Lisa."
Did you hear that, Alyssa? What?
Yeah, we always enjoyed having Miss Gabby down. Miss Donna always makes up Gabby a little care package, some little row leggings and stuff like that for
That's awesome.
Sunfish Assassins.
Yeah, I think we might be able to get Squirrel down there too. I was talking to him on the phone earlier, so he may be one that jumps on there with us. He might be still coming. So he told me to keep him posted. He's taking our spot. He might not be allowed to come. He thinks he's taking my spot.
It's going to be fun regardless. I mean, and that's why I choose April, Chad. I know it's getting right at the time that you got all the pleasure cruisers on Wiley and other tournaments and stuff. Crappie tournaments will be going on. A lot of bass tournaments, as Wiley's always covered in bass tournaments. But the main thing is all the pleasure cruisers. Anytime after April, you can about hang it up. You'll have to get in the backs of creeks and stuff to get away from them to catfish. Or rock you to death.
Be like our buddy David Martin and go night fishing.
Yeah.
He is basically making me promise that we go night fishing. So
okay.
And then he's showing me all them nice flatheads he catches at night. And I know that one night he was on live with you, he was catching them left and right. So I gotta give him credit for that when we had to do that.
Yeah, just make sure your boat's lit up good because there's a lot of alcohol on Lake Wiley at nights. Not so much that time of year as it is in the middle of the summer, but I mean it still a place to be safe on any water you go to at night.
Well, I just while Dee was supposed to be sleeping, I went in our Amazon cart and put me in one of those Compex lights to try to pick up before we come down, so we can do some night fishing, maybe do some recording.
Right. Now, I mean, you can always swing by Lowe's, Chad, and get you a couple of those light bulbs that I showed everybody.
Yep.
And just, when your lights start, if you don't have enough light somewhere, you can hang one over here or one over there to give you that extra light that you need.
I actually do have a few of those, and I actually have ones that are literally just the LED light switches. You can press them up against it and they stick, and you can turn the light switches. I got those too. So I might need to get me some new floats for night fishing down there, James.
Well, I'll be bringing quite a few of them down there for everybody that is coming, just for my appreciation of what y'all gonna do.
All right. Well, I mean, they would look great underneath the Compex light. Is all I'm saying while I'm night fishing with David Martin. I'm just throwing it out there, James.
Only if you promise me videos and pictures.
I will.
I've only got a few people that actually send me videos and pictures of stuff being caught on my floats. And I don't know if they're just trying to keep it secret.
Nope.
You know
why I haven't?
What is it?
I got one of your original sets of floats.
Yep.
And I drag and drift so much, I barely anchor up. And I have like last year, I did night fish. I don't think maybe one time.
Right.
And that's the other thing is, Dee is really wanting to get on flathead more. Do what?
I've been talking with Dieter, and I'm trying to get pictures and videos up to make me a commercial.
There you go.
And I don't want me in that commercial, except to describe the float to the people. The rest of it, I want to show the people that actually purchase the floats to show y'all appreciation.
Well, I tell you what, I will get me some of the newer versions of the float, all for Miss D, because that'll make me anchor up and take her flathead fishing instead of constantly going after the blues.
Well, hey,
She's really wanting to get on board.
Junior Proctor showed y'all how to drag them
In lakes. I fish mainly river, though. That's the thing. We need to anchor up more, that kind of stuff. I'm talking about for flathead. Don't smirk at me like that.
You put your float. You put your float straight out the back of the boat, like if you was dragging forward, and let the current keep the tension pulled back there.
Yeah. But like when we're dragging and stuff and doing anything like that in the river, it's going to be 99% blues. If we're looking for flathead, we're going to have to anchor up on the banks the way our banks and stuff. That's or in creeks, and that's what she wants to target more is flathead, because she caught that one last year, and now she has the bug.
Oh yeah.
So,
and and it's hard not to. Just like when I had Flathead Luke on here. That young man gets you so excited about wanting to go catch a flathead. It's unreal. It's just contagious.
That was one of my favorite shows you've had in a while. That little man was awesome.
That's why we do what we do. For young men and women that's coming into the sport, we make sure that we get the right information out there for guys and gals just like that. Because they're the future of this sport, Yeah. One flathead, and it was on Wiley. There you go, Miss D. Well,
I won't remind her mine was 3 pounds bigger on Wiley.
Oh my God. Are we gonna make it through this freaking show?
We're fine. It's live. It's live. We're things are gonna happen. We'll be all right.
Oh yeah. Kansas City. Jody said, come to Tennessee in a couple months, D. We will go out flathead hunting. And to me, that's it. It's the hunt for that fish.
Yeah.
It's the hunt for it. I mean, there's spots that, you can just about guarantee there's couple spots that you can, and David knows, and I know Junior Warskow knows, that you can about catch a flathead about any time there. But catching those trophy flatheads.
Exactly.
That's the hunt. That's like tracking a deer. I had an old buddy. He passed away last year, but he lived in this spot, and he had been tracking this one buck for years. And he could tell it was the same buck by his hoof prints. I guess when he was young, he stepped on, had a big old slash in it. And when he did, he was able to track that.
Okay, can't hold it anymore.
I don't know if we're gonna make it. It was like 2 days to deer season.
Yeah.
Carrying his shotgun, but he's like me. When he's hunting, he always carries triple alt and double alt in his pack. He said they was getting ready to go back to the house and come walking down this trail, and that big son of a gun jumped out in front of him. He said 2 days of heck, pop, pop, and finally dropped him. He'd been chasing that deer for like 7 years.
Wow.
And got him. And it was a big 12-pointer, and it had like a 18 or 20-inch spread on him.
That's big, nice deer.
Big buck.
K&B, we do know about Calvin from K&B Anglers definitely knows about freezing up and live stream. We will refer you to the K&B Anglers channel and look for the apology video for the hissy fit that was thrown on live TV.
Oh, I missed that one then. When did he do that?
When with the very first couples tournament, I don't think he had caught a fish yet all day, and he finally gets one, and he's froze up.
Yeah.
And he throws, I guess he was asking me, can you see? Whatever. And I'm like oblivious, because, all I see him is he's standing at the boat and stuff, and I didn't realize at first he was even froze. And he threw that fish back, and then I finally realized, and oh my God, he was so mad when I didn't count that fish. It was awesome. It was so much. friggin' fun to watch him throw a hissy fit because I wouldn't count his fish.
And and guys and gals that are coming to Wiley, they are places on Wiley. You better check your internet, because if you're going to anchor up, you better check it for you. I mean, one spot you might have a full signal, the next spot you might not have nothing.
And make sure you have the appropriate license, because even like where we'll be at, the left side looks like it's all North Carolina, South Carolina. The right side's North Carolina.
Well, yeah, you'll be putting out in South Carolina, and if you shoot straight across the river, you're in North Carolina, and up through there, all the way up to Mills Creek area to on up, probably about a mile, maybe a half a mile below South Point Boat Landing, where we put out last year.
Yep.
North Carolina's on the right side, and left side will be South Carolina. It cuts in and out right there, but if you're going to do it, you best have both licenses. Because
that's what we did last year.
In North Carolina, you still got to go through South Carolina waters, and then how are you going to prove where you caught those fish?
Yep.
Even though for bragging rights, what are y'all going to do? Just they'll be caught and released.
Yeah, everything we'll catch and release everything. It's literally just for entertainment and fun, James. It's always fun when you have the tournament and the bragging rights. And we caught two nice big fish, and we get to do the weigh in. But I think at the end of the day, we got to remember what this is for. We're having fun, but like you said before, what Camp Centurion's about. Them guys and gals that are coming back, and they need to get help with whatever it is and getting their minds straight. And that statistic always stands out in my head. What is it? 22
a day.
22 veterans a day commit suicide. So if there's something we can do to keep them folks that have done what they've done to stay with us and keep making America.
That's why, Chad, I asked everybody to fly a flag at their home and fly a flag on their boat, and put a sticker on your truck too, guys and gals, because, the way I look at it, I was talking to that veteran today. I said, that's what we was talking about, the 22. What if you was that veteran and it was that day that you just said, the heck with it, I'm done. And you come driving across a bridge and you just happen to look out and see 100 boats flying Old Glory. That might change your mind.
Yeah.
That might just say, it wasn't in vain. There's Miss Paula Smith in the house tonight, JBT. Thank you for coming in, Paula. You're always in our prayers. There's Real Gals Fishing, the Mississippi. And Chad, I love seeing these ladies getting in on it. V3 Customs and having fun doing it. And, actually what I feel I like better is seeing these couples like you and D out there fishing, and them father and son teams. It's I don't know, it's heartwarming to me, and that's what it's all about.
I agree. I mean, growing up, it was me and my buddy Bill, but now that we've got families and stuff, it's really turned into family time. So
yeah. And what better is to get out and enjoy what the good Lord's blessed us with, and to be in a country that we can enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
Crappy Day Fishing's in the house with us. You see what Justin said. The only bragging rights is everybody wants to meet Dad.
Let's
Chad,
ignore Justin
on yourself.
I'm the nicest guy in the freaking world, and everybody's got a target out for me. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm so good looking. Van wants to know if it's if you have to fish with Wiley to participate. So, I talked to Creole. I know Creole had some ideas and stuff as well of making it kind of more broad and stuff. It may depend on what kind of interest we get in it, but it was going to be live from Lake Wiley. Right. I wanted to kind of keep it kind of true to home of what Patriot had set up, minus, there being a weigh-in and all that kind of stuff. So right now, I want to keep it Lake Wiley.
Right. And me and Creole talked about it, and we'll get with Chad and want to get with Lyle, because in order to do that, I'll probably have to run it through Catfish Weekly. But that's something that we might look into doing this fall, is to doing a live tournament like y'all do,
Yeah.
You could fish it from any lake. And that would be fun. I would just have to get with y'all in order to get that done. Who else? I thought I seen another question. Got a few spots I'm looking at. Yeah, it's there's the Cross family. Thank you coming in, Betty.
What's up, sis?
Yeah, I'd love to see her come up and fish me too.
Oh,
I don't know. She comes up to South Carolina all the time.
yep. Did you see Kevin K&B planning on beating his PB and Amy Jo beating her? So the real challenge there is Amy Jo beating hers, because I've never seen Kevin catch more than about a 10-pounder. So I ain't got to worry about that boy beating me.
And you know, Chad, it's like I've always said, if you're catching 10-pound fish, but the biggest fish out of your waters is 20 pounds, you catching a monster fish.
Yeah, but he's got like world records in his, and
there's Chris in the house tonight, Catfish Clothing. Thank you for coming in, buddy.
What's up, Chris?
Thank you for coming in. I need one of those hats, Chris, like Chad's got.
Oh, yeah.
And I like to talk to him about,
Hold on, sorry. But anyway, I'm just trying to entertain while you take a break. I mean,
yeah, well, take a break is my internet break.
You, the internet, whatever.
Yeah, there's John Patrick Jr., I guess JP3. No, I ain't seen him. Have you seen him in here lately?
I have not. He texts me every once in a while, but he's been very, very busy with his new job. I know that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I hadn't talked to him in a while. We used to talk on the phone every once in a while. But yeah, Chad, I appreciate you wanting to do this. I mean, y'all gonna be here anyway. Paula, I'm gonna have to start hiding to fish. Social Security seems they think that cancers in your lungs isn't life threatening. Yeah, you ain't telling me nothing, Paula. Well, girl, you in our prayers every day.
Absolutely. So JP3's got he does the afternoon shift.
Appreciate that, John. Yeah, I didn't know. I hadn't heard what shift he was working. I know we hadn't seen him in a while. But yeah, it's going to be fun. We got a lot of trash talking and fun, and I'll bring a pile of bobbers, do some giveaways and stuff for the tournament and for people in chat. And
okay,
you know, it ain't all about the giveaways, but yet I do want to thank y'all for doing this and the people in chat for the support, because I couldn't do this without y'all and y'all's help.
Well, it's not a problem. Like you said, I know of a couple giveaways that people said that they would donate some things to. So they're don't expect a big extravaganza about giveaways and all that kind of stuff. We, like James just said, might do a few here and there, but again, this is, when it comes to charity, it's about raising money for Camp Centurion. So,
right.
If you have $1 to give, that'll be greatly appreciated when the time comes. So,
yeah, and Bud, I let Bud know. He didn't text me back, so he was probably in a meeting or something like that. But Bud will probably come down because he enjoyed meeting all y'all last year.
I'd love to see him again. Yeah,
and he will come down. He'll probably bring some shirts or hats or whatever, and give them out and just show. They enjoyed sitting around just shooting the breeze with everybody.
I always love. Have you ever noticed when the computer freezes up, it's always when you're in the most awkward looking position. You're always like,
or got your mouth standing wide open.
Yeah.
Junior Warshkoff said he'll donate a night fishing trip to help raise money, a flathead hunt. Oh, there you go.
Is he going to hire David Martin to do that for him?
Hey, I'm
Maybe
gonna tell
Richard?
you, Junior probably caught one of the biggest. I know some other bigger ones that was caught in Wiley, but actually one that I've seen on camera on pictures was Junior's. What I think it was either 59 or 57 pound. I can't remember which one it was.
Heck of a
That's
fish.
a monster flathead.
I just like busting his chops.
Yeah.
But Catfish Chris, so I know some people came in late and stuff like that, but just a rundown of what's going on is, Patriot announced last week that he had to cancel the American Heroes tournament. But what we're going to do is have just a fun, what we're going to call a fish-a-thon, basically the same day, April 16th, for the people that are still going. We'll go live, and anybody that wants to jump on and fish live for a little while or the whole time. But basically, there will be 2 links in the description of that feed, to where one is a direct link if somebody wants to just go and directly donate to Camp Centurion. The other will be to my PayPal, just like in our other charity tournaments where people donate to PayPal and we don't donate the lump sum right then and there to Camp Centurion at the very end. So just for help raise money, to Bud and those guys, and to not skip a beat for Mr. Patriot here, who is going to come back bigger and better next year with it all. So just kind of a placeholder for him.
Right. And, hopefully all this COVID stuff and mess, all these restrictions, everything will be gone. And I'm working on getting together and meeting with the Gaston County commissioners and seeing what Gaston County might want to do, because I'm hoping to get it back to South Point instead of down to Bustable. South Point, they're tearing it apart and getting ready to open up a big parking area, and I don't know what else they're going to put there, but hopefully it'll be finished by next year, and we'll be able to rock and roll, because that's really a better place to launch from that time of year.
Yeah, and it's like that. South Point is right near my fishing hole. I'm going to go ahead and claim it for next year. Stay out of my spot, because I'm winning it next year, Matthew Anthony, out of my spot.
All I can say is you better hammer down when he comes.
My boat goes way faster now, James.
Well, good.
All them people that were just gunning it and running it for miles and miles and miles, my little boat was like, I went like a half mile. We took.
What was wrong with your boat then?
Basically, I'm fat, and I had too much weight in the boat. So my little bitty boat, the prop, wouldn't push it up on plane fast enough. It wouldn't allow the RPMs to get going fast enough. All I did was downgraded the pitch size, and I'm fat boy's back. I can run real fast. I'm like fast, like super.
And what's crazy, Justin on Wampus Cat, he was talking to a guy, and he bought a new prop for his boat. And the way the guy was describing the prop was totally backwards from what your mind wants to think. But when he put that prop on his pontoon, he picked up speed and performance. I would have never thought it.
I watched a lot of videos before I changed it, and I talked to like Brandon Cross and Lyle and them guys talking about the pitch and the diameter and all that kind of stuff, and figuring out what I needed, what might work. And it was literally just going down 1 or 2 pitch sizes. You'd be amazed at how much more RPMs you get. And it doesn't, it's not saying go do it, because you don't want. It depends on what you have going on and that kind of stuff.
You got to figure out what your motor, the optimum horsepower at what RPMs your motor can run, and don't over rev it and don't under horsepower it. I mean, it's as a fine line right there. Thank you, Chris. That would be greatly appreciated. Whisker Dreams.
Yeah, you definitely have to find out what your max RPM is at full throttle.
Yeah.
You need to look up your motor and go through that, and then once you you may change out that prop once or twice to find it, because if you do not want to go to where it's revving too high or not getting enough power. So
There you go. Yeah, because if you ain't running the proper RPMs and you're really torquing that motor down, you're gonna be sucking gas like crazy too. Yeah, Matthew said that's fine as long as you stay out of his hole, Chad.
Well, your fish ain't going to be there anymore. I'm gonna send Richard Horskow to get them fish out of there for me.
Oh, Chris is on his way to Alabama for the Patriot Catfishing event. Which one is that one?
There's I've seen it. I don't know exactly the name of the tournament, but I've heard of it before.
I have to look into that.
I'm looking at this $20 from K&B Anglers that he's gonna whoop my rear end on April 16th.
Kevin tell Junior to stay off the water till then. Y'all will get They catch the fish the most will catch a big fish. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Chad, we about fought it through for an hour.
We did good tonight. I mean, thankfully you took all those nap breaks where you was pausing your screen like.
That's crazy. Yeah, because I was done getting mad. It did aggravate me. The vets from across the country to fish and fellowship. I hear you, Catfish. I had to look up something on that because I'd like to somehow be involved a little bit with that.
All right, Brian B, go take a nap.
Richard ready for 4 days of fishing with Justin. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. Man, it's gonna be a fun time down there. I've already had so many people that I've talked to that we're gonna hang out with. We're only gonna be there, we're gonna get there Wednesday night, and we'll be there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We'll fish those 3 days, and we'll head home Sunday. But I'm sitting there like playing it in my head, like, am I gonna be able to hang out with everybody?
Yeah, and that's the hard thing, especially when you're like me hosting that tournament. Everybody's wanting to come talk to you, but yet you've got so much other stuff going on. Half the time I don't get to meet and talk to everybody.
Yep.
So next year we're working on getting up a committee that'll help with all this. So each one of us will have time to meet and greet and talk with everybody. Next year we'll have a captain's meeting prior to the tournament. We're going to do it upright. So
now Betty Jean's thinking she's going to whoop me this weekend. We're going crappie fishing on Sunday.
I hear you.
And I'm going to bet she probably will, because that girl right there, she is a crappie catching machine.
I know. I've seen her videos. Betty, you have to come up and fish with us. Daneshore, if you can't come this April, make plans to come next year. You and your hubby come up here and join us on Wiley. I hear you're going to call Keith.
We don't call him.
Oh. Keith, that daggone Keith's a trip.
I got to send. I don't know if Chris seen the post in my Facebook group about Keith. It's actually his new nickname is Keith Norris. Just there where everybody knows.
I've seen that. He's the best. He's smart as a whip when it comes to DIY and stuff like that. God. I've got a couple ideas I want to run past him and see if he wants to do something together on it, on some of the builds.
He's awesome. Awesome.
Y'all for coming in. Thank important. Oh, here we go. Thank y'all for this. It's going to cause me to cuss. And I don't want to cuss. There's LG.
You're almost there. You've almost made it. You don't need to cuss.
I know.
Come on, say with it. Goose from.
I'm not. I don't cuss on my shows or my live feeds or my videos.
Me neither.
I really got cussed when I dropped a minnow bucket. And luckily I was turned away from the camera, so it wasn't loud. But yeah, Keith Norris. Mom tattooed it said son. Y'all ain't right. But thank y'all for all the support. It means the world to me and my family, and it does to Bud and Camp Centurion and Chad and Creole. Creole, I'll be getting in touch with you. I got a few more people to talk to because I do want some sponsors if we do it online. It won't be like the full-blown tournament, but we still have some stuff to give away for that if it all comes to pass.
Yeah.
But this April 16th,
April 16th.
guys, and get out and go fish, talk junk, and have fun, then Chad, we look forward to doing it with you, and I appreciate you putting this on.
You're very welcome, but we'll have some fun and maybe raise a couple bucks, and you let Bud know that we're going to be down there, and would love to see him down there at some point. At least say hi and thank him again for all he does, and maybe hand him $1 or $2.
Yep.
Yeah.
We might have to put a tip jar or something out there for him.
There you go. Hey, real quick, do you rod hogs? Do you are they around by chance? You can give me maybe a new rod hogs hat. That was my lucky. I totally, give credit to my rod hogs hat last year is what got a second place. It was saying.
Yeah, we will have to talk to him and see if he's going to come fish it with us. I'll talk to him tomorrow. Shane and his wife,
Okay.
Deb.
They were nice people. Very nice people.
Are. I mean, come up a lot of money right there just in hats.
Yeah,
because them are nice hats, man.
Very nice. I still wear mine from time to time.
I know. I've seen them. I've seen you on your videos with them in there. There's the Murillo family. Better late than never. Or was he in here earlier and I just missed him?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I missed some of them. The guys and gals, Chad and Dee, I think the world of you too, and everybody in here. I appreciate what you're doing. Look forward to meeting y'all down here. And actually, Patriot James is going to come fish with y'all this time. So I look forward to it. But that being said, God bless y'all. God bless America. Take care of your families. And don't forget, what's the show coming on right after ours? This one?
Dock Tales on LG Bass tonight at in an hour, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern. D will be on there with Tom and Jody.
Yep. So, for coming in, y'all take care. God bless, and we'll see y'all next Wednesday night.
Y'all take care.